Testing. Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gold Coast United and we welcome to Complex Family Park for today's National Premier League's Queensland men's match between Gold Coast United and Gold Coast Knights. The club wishes to thank all of our supporters for their continuing support and in particular our major sponsors. Sponsors of the men's program, Property Partners Group, Bell Maison Realty and Orbit's Elevators, and sponsors of our senior women's program, Bond University, 42 Ventures and ATW Group. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the lineup for today's match. For Gold Coast Knights, number 1, Joshua Langdon. Number 2, Jaden Walker. Number 3, Nikola Mervic. Number 4, Tyson Martin. Number 5, Austin Ludwig. Number 6, Janelle Nomes de Silva. Number 8, Jean-Philippe Lassam. Number 9, Miraza Murtovic. Number 10, Max Brown. Number 22, Max King. Number 23, Matthew Schmidt. Number 7, Pascal DeVita. Number 12, Daniel Dragospec. Number 17, William Peck. Number 18, Luke Beckwith. And number 38, Braden Spink. The lineup for Gold Coast United, we have number 1, Jackson Riley. Number 2, Sebastian Sarconi. Number 3, Nicholas Panetta. Number 4, Blake Thompson. Number 6, Liam Goulding. Number 7, Justin McKay. Number 14, Sammy Wahab. Number 15, Josh Dern. Number 17, Paul O'Brien. Number 18, Joshua Koloski. Number 19, Shane Smeltz. Number 8, Riley Thompson-King. Number 9, Kai Tapaldo. Number 12, Hunter Rutty. Number 20, Misha Marson. And number 23, Michael Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both Gold Coast United and Gold Coast Knights as they enter the field accompanied by Gold Coast United Academy teams. Thank you.
It's Derby Day on the coast. With only a few weeks left before finals, the stakes have never been higher in the battle for bragging rights on the glitter strip. Good evening, everyone. I'm James Coughlin here to bring you all the action this evening on FQTV as Gold Coast United hosts Gold Coast Knights in this round 20 clash. For the home side, Gold Coast United, they're coming off their biggest win of the season, knocking off Premiers-elect Lions last weekend with 2 top-shelf goals from Justin Mackay and Josh Koloski. They got plenty of former Gold Coast Knights players in Grey Pittock's squad, with the manager in his second season here at Coplick Family Sports Park, after delivering Knights the 2019 Grand Final. As for Gold Coast Knights, they're looking to bounce back from a frustrating 0-0 draw against the Roar last week, and there's still a mathematical chance of winning the premiership, but they need to win out and have results go their way. And tonight, all 3 points will go a long way to securing finals football, and in the process widening the gap between them and the chasing pack, which just so happens to be headed up by their local rivals United. They are going to have to navigate their way around a short-handed forward line tonight. And speaking of that, let's check out the lineups as they were announced just before. And if you are just tuning in, let's go through it now. Gold Coast United, Grey Pittock has gone with Jackson Riley in goals. Number 2, Seb Scaroni. 3, Nick Panetta. 4, Blake Thompson. 6, Liam Goulding. 7, Justin Mackay. 14, Sammy Wahab. 15, Josh Dern, 17, Paul O'Brien, 18, Josh Koloski, and 19, Shane Smeltz on the bench. Number 8, Riley Thompson-King, 9, Kai Tapaldo, 12, Hunter Rutty, the reserve goalkeeper, Misha Marson, and 22, Michael Lee. Meanwhile, Scott McDonald will be taking on his second Gold Coast derby after taking out honours in the meeting at the Croatian Sports Centre back in May. This is the lineup he has gone with tonight. As mentioned, they are a little bit short of forwards, but still a very strong team nonetheless. The goalkeeper, Josh Langdon. Number 2, Jaden Walker. 3, Nick Merkovich. 4, Tyson Martin. 5, Austin Ludwig. 6, Janiel De Silva. 8, Phil Lazem. 9, Mirza Muradovic. 10, Max Brown. 22, Max King. And 23, Matt Schmidt. And then on the bench, we have 7, Pasquale De Vita. 12, Daniel Dragisevich. 17, Will Peck. And 38, Braden Spink. We mentioned the stakes going into this game. Both of these sides are hoping to play finals football here in 2022. But by the looks of the ladder, only one will be able to. Both of them have 3 catch-up games in hand, but they do not have the points in the bank as it stands. Knights are in 4th place on 31 points. And Gold Coast United are on 26. They're in 5th place. So 3 points tonight could be vital. And the teams are now making their way out to the pitch, accompanied by our officials for this evening. The referee, Troy Perry. The assistant referee, Samuel Osborne. And the other assistant referee, Oliver Lucer. And here come the teams for another edition of the Gold Coast Derby, number 9. And United in their yellow and navy blue outfit, and Gold Coast Knights in the red jersey with white shorts. While we just wait for the pre-game ceremonies to finish up. Quickly check out the ladder as well. Lions leading the way on 45 points. They've played 19 games. No catch-ups for them to go. No catch-up either for Olympic, 37 points. The top 2 sides will be facing off on Sunday. as well. It is Derby weekend here in the NPL Queensland competition. Peninsula Power, they're into the round of 16 of the Australia Cup. They also have a game in hand and sit 5 points behind Olympic. And they'll be hoping to get a home final up at AJ Kelly Park to go with their 2 Australia Cup ties to date. And then Knights and United then in 6th place with 19 played on 25 points, Moreton Bay. 25 points with a game in hand, Sunshine Coast Wanderers and Eastern Suburbs. And actually Brisbane City on 22 and 21 points respectively are still mathematically in with a shot of finals football, although it does seem like it is going to be one of these 2 teams rounding out the top 4. The question is, which one? We may have something close to an answer in about 90 minutes. Some final words of encouragement. So in the derbies here at Coplik Family Sports Park, Knights have won 2 and 1 draw. You can see a crowd continuing to assemble here, and looks like it will be Knights getting us underway. Well, looking at possibly having some precipitation around, but just keeping an eye on it as we check out the radar as well. And it is looking relatively clear. So there's threatening clouds from earlier today. Like they're only bringing minimal, if anything, and we are underway. Gold Coast Derby, battle for the top 4. It is Knights starting off going long, but that is eventually brought back under control. Right, Phil Lazarman, he's now trying to feed in Muradovic. Schmidt quite high up the pitch. And being told by the sources on the sideline, a little bit of drizzle. But compared to some of the nights we've had here in the Tallabudgera Valley, it's not too cold. Silver trying to slide that one forward. Now back it goes. Now time for Thompson to settle things down before he'll delegate over to Golding, who just launched the long ball, trying to find a friendly face up front. Wahab with the throw-in, and once again United taking the aerial route, trying to pick out Smelts. Lazem for Ludwig, stepping out and winning the free kick. Goes for Schmidt, playing in a advanced role in that wing back. It looks like Scott McDonald has opted to go with 3 central defenders this evening. And we'll see Merkovic also trying to keep Muradovic company up top. Knights without 2 of their 3 first choice forwards. Polyak was a late withdrawal today. And Christian Brymora missing with a knee injury, and that means the responsibility could be falling to the likes of the former Raw and Wellington Phoenix striker, Mirza Muradovic. That one gets blocked and almost breaks for Smelts. Now here's Martin. Switch the play out wide for Schmidt to go inside Muradovic, and well read by Koloski. Thompson has his pocket picks that. Appeals for out of bounds, didn't get that granted, and Merkovic will fire that one across, and Larsen from the top of the box and deflected behind for the corner. Check out this move here. Is Ardovic able to keep that one in? And the deflection almost broke there for Larsen. He just tried to side foot that one there, and it was Golding with the block. Schmidt with the pass, and now he gets it back and will try and deliver it. Arms go up for offside, but nothing given. And Knight still trying to find an angle for a delivery. King eventually able to get something into the box, but lined ball in, just hoping. Martin. Larsen's going all the way back from his regular midfield position. Ludwig in forward and able to pick out Merkovic. Looks like he might just be playing almost a de facto target man, and he and Thompson just exchanging some pleasantries, as I'm sure they will be doing for the next 86 and a bit minutes. Starting right now, and Merkovic with the turn and hook, but no one's there. Panetta. You can only find Ludwig, who steps out well. Martin will chase that one down. Beg pardon, that's Janiel who will chase it down and pass it to Martin. Ludwig trying to thread the needle through the heart of the Gold Coast defence. Larsen comes around, but that one's well read by Mackay. Thompson there to mop up at the back. Watched very closely by Wahab, and a bit more niggle creeping in here. Walker can't find a way through Scaroni. And behind it goes for the corner, despite the appeals of the United midfielder. Over it goes for another set piece for the visitors. And Scaroni just getting a piece of advice from Mr. Perry. Another short corner routine. That one gets delivered in towards the back post. It could fall once again for Lazem. He's had one shot. That one gets blocked again by Golding. And some calls for handball. This move once again with Knights trying to put together a set piece routine. And they were never giving that one for handball, were they? Spoke about the missing forwards for Knights. Mora last being seen on June 26. A few players out for Knights as well. Jared Kyle. Also missing Lockie Remmer, Zahiata, Sam Smith and Connor Smith. But Gray Piddock is putting the trust in his young brigade of players with the likes of Koloski and Dern. Not to mention Scaroni, who's hardly a senior citizen himself. And the pass can't quite pick out Koloski. Golding there on mop-up duty, but a loose pass in midfield from O'Brien. Finds King. And King goes forward, and after playing it through, he earns a free kick from Golding. Another chance for Schmidt to put the ball into the box here and try and cause a little bit of havoc for the United backline. And it goes from Schmidt. It's a lofted ball, and Riley's out well to claim. And after thinking about launching it quickly, he'll set up for the handheld delivery. And Smelts is going to be flagged offside. This was spotted by the assistant on the near side, and I think Smelts knew what was coming there. Brief little bit of history on the Gold Coast derby, since the two have been in the same division. Plus a, at the time, FFA Cup match. So just have a brief stoppage. And we'll get back underway. So we've had 8 Gold Coast derbies. Knights have won 5, 2 draws. United just the 1 win, and that did come in round 21, which, after all the postponements and whatnot last season, was the final day. 4-0 win at the Croatian Sports Centre. Shane Smelts bagged a brace on the day, as well as Hunter Ruddy and Tom Fagans getting on the score sheet. Ruddy is on the bench tonight. And then the shot on from Brown from a tight angle. He didn't have a whole lot of time to think about that one, but possibly giving Riley something to think about. It's just happy to sit back for the time being and wait for the ball forward from the United backline, and through it goes now for Langdon. Langdon has established himself as one of the premier shot stoppers in the NPL Queensland. Always capable of pulling off a spectacular save. At times, multiple ones in a match. And King almost winning that one back, but just showed a bit too much O'Brien. And here goes Maradovic. He's got Mirkovic out wide. Mirkovic will slide it through there, and a swing and a miss from Maradovic. Nice. Breaking through the United defence there, and Maradovic to make amends for that one. This is a beautiful ball through from Nick Mirkovic. And Martin took his time winding up for that shot, and that allowed Mackay time to get in there. And a loose touch could be pounced on by Schmidt with the assistance from Ludwig Lazum. Switch of play from Janiel. Martin put his foot through that one and switched it out there for Schmidt. First time playing it back across. Shot from the top of the box there, and it's another chance from that 18 to 20 yard range for Gold Coast Knights. See the switch of play here from Martin all the way out, and Schmidt knew exactly what to do there as King got her on his preferred left foot, but couldn't keep it down. That's King making just his 4th start of the season after joining from Robina City. Played 11 games in 2022. Sizing up his options, Thompson wants to go for Golding, who'll play it long and too long for one of his attackers to get on the end of. The arm wrestle continues through the opening quarter of an hour. Just being a bit patient, but a heavy touch there from Wahab. 21-year-old who's making just his 2nd start of the season, Sammy Wahab. 5th first team appearance for United overall. And critical was saying is a good versatile wide option, can attack, can defend. And tonight I think his primary remit will be defending from that left back spot. As Ludwig tries to play it through Panetta, his teammate last year. Panetta swapping the red for yellow on the Gold Coast. Over it goes. And back again. Just sizing up the angles there, and a loose pass from Thompson. It's Golding. Was the intended target that, but just caught him out a little bit. Schmidt. The throw in there, able to pick out Muratovic, and tries to play it through for Merkovic. He's able to get it back, but can only play it off the legs of Golding. He feels like he should have had the throw in. King over for Martin. Martin has only missed 1 game this season. That was the round 10 trip to Olympic. Otherwise, he's been a mainstay in his first season at Carrara. 15 appearances. Still looking for his first goal for Knights. With his height, he should be a threat at set pieces. The last 2 seasons with Brisbane City's 33 appearances and 1 goal. NPL and FQPL comp. And there he is, getting the free kick after that overzealous challenge from Panetta. There's Panetta looking to make an impact against his former club, and he's for an excellent run through here. And now can he pick out Smelts? Can't with Schmidt. There, and I think there's going to be a bit of a talking to after a little tug, and I need to apologise to Shane Smelts. Actually, O'Brien, the guilty party there. O'Brien just continuing the conversation. Pittock's trusted lieutenants. One of the players that's won the 2019 Grand Final 4 nights and is now plying their trade here at Talabudgera. Scaroni all the way back, and well, he had to get that one away. We'll go back now for the free kick as Riley might have been collected. Larsam once again there with the interception. Scaroni, all of the player there, and that may come back for further discipline off the hand of Mackay. And well, I think Mr. Perry was ready to play advantage, and weren't all that interested in that one. Merkovich just grabs it, not realising that the advantage was coming, but now Martin possibly asking if there is going to be any further discipline for Scaroni. Doesn't appear to be. So Janiel, the Brazilian defender, looks like he could be blasting this one in. I'm assuming he'll be blasting it in once the temporary Knights wall breaks up, and it does that. Shot taken on, and it was still rising as it went over the fence behind the goal. Janiel just went all power on that. Valuable is 3 points for United here. They would have given them a little bit of confidence, taking 2 of 3 derby meetings. It would close the gap on their local rivals to just 2 points in the battle for 4th spot. As Martin just thumps it over the sideline. Searching ball forward, and in the collision behind the light pole, it looks like it's going to be deemed no foul by Koloski on Schmidt, and just play on with a goal kick. Woodwick out for Schmidt. Thompson. Zeno for Scaroni, and looks of things, Ray Pittock might be trying to match up man for man on Knights, as Riley just has to thump that one clear, and Koloski looks like he misjudged the flight of that one. Just sees that one over the sideline as well, it's going to be a long night by the looks of things for the officials, with plenty of questions being asked from players in both coloured jerseys. Larsam caught again, and O'Brien, well, he doesn't agree with that one. It's another free kick going against the United number 17. Janiel. The touch there from Golding could break for Muratovic, but a well-timed intervention just gets the ball back for United, as it was Koloski with the tackle. Once again, the United bench feeling like Koloski might have been impeded there, and Thompson just looking to get one back on Murkovic. Almost able to bring that one down, but no dice, and looks like we're in a little bit of a game of football foursome backs. Larsam trying to keep the attack going. Brown fighting for it, but not many people are out-muscling Scaroni. There's King, who one of the players who, even in a physical game, does seem to have that spark that could provide the break that this game needs. Has got a score update from around the grounds. QPL 2 in the men's comp. Souths up over Holland Park Hawks. Gets clipped in, and a hand to it, and a nervous moment in the box, and Schmidt on the follow-up. And Riley. There's King just the teasing ball up, and I think it might have taken a bit of a deflection, as it could have fallen for Murkovic. And Schmidt going for the spectacular. Woodwick gets that one away under pressure, and pressure could bring an opportunity now for United. And a solid challenge between Larsam and Golding. Considering the size mismatch, I think you might have to give the points there to Phil Larsam. Almost half an hour played in this round 20 Gold Coast derby. United v Knights, and Muradovic is feeling the effects of running into Dern. Now going the other way, it could break here for Brown, but he's marshalled by Mackay. Another corner for the visitors. They're starting to mount up, and if they'll be taking full note of that. Oh, had Riley completely confident in his touch. In goes the in-swing delivery towards the near post, finding the head of Dern, and still kept alive there. Ludwig trying to fashion space. He goes down on the follow-up there from Janiel, and I didn't see a lot of contact there on Ludwig as he was hoping for the penalty. It did look like Mr. Perry, the referee, did have the much better angle on it. Clipped forward and with the head of Martin. Thompson trying to direct traffic in front of him, and for Golding, who played in behind, but only find the head of Ludwig. The air swing, which was caused by a bit of contact, and King wanting to play it on quickly, and we're going to have a brief break where looks like Ludwig is just going to have a little word of warning from the referee. Wait for Janiel to get some running repairs on his right boot. I mentioned it is Derby weekend in southeast Queensland. We've got the Moreton Bay Derby on Sunday afternoon, 4:15 p.m. kickoff. We've also got the big one, Olympic Lions, 6 p.m. And we also have the non-derbies, Logan Capalaba, East Brisbane City. Both of those are on Saturday, and we also have the Raw taking on Sunshine Coast Wanderers at 5:15 p.m. Sunday evening. All those matches, and every match across the men's and women's NPL competitions, can be seen on FQTV, live or on demand. Mackay can only pick out Martin. Golding change the angle up, and once again there with the cutout. King to escape the pressure from Pineda. Back for Langdon, who has to play it off his left foot, and Smith's continuing to press. Eventually, Knights look like they'll be able to clear their lines. Martin goes for a bit of a stroll and sends it out wide for Schmidt. He's got 2 targets in the box to aim for, and he'll clip it towards the back post, and was that a shot from Matt Schmidt? Didn't really look like it had Riley worried. of only a couple of United players, actually now, one of only 2 Gold Coast United players to feature in every match for them this season. He and Blake Thompson. Connor Smith had played in all 16 matches, and started in all 16, but that streak has been broken here in the 17th outing of the campaign. It's briefly won back by Wahab, but Knights getting it back through Muradovic, out wide. Schmidt, he's been their chief playmaker in this first half. Can he try and find a way to unlock stingy United defence? Schmeltz winning the ball back well. King recovers nicely and gets it back for his team. Martin given space to move, and eventually he's closed down there by O'Brien with a sliding challenge, and O'Brien wins the free kick. So Martin looks like he clipped him on the right leg. Still waiting for the breakthrough in this match. And between the two of them, both of these sides are actually averaging exactly 2 goals per game. 30 goals for United through 16 matches, and Knights 34. So 64 goals from 32 combined matches, and you don't need me to finish off that equation as Lazem, it's another free kick, and Lazem with some more words for, looked like it was Wahab in that instance. It's been a tense first half, if not the most open. Looks like Donald now getting a talking to as he tries to continue his dialogue with referees, players, anyone who'll listen. Donald with a loose pass now. It could be pounced on by Brown as he takes a tumble, and Merkovic dispossessed. What a tackle there by Scaroni. He had to get that one exactly right there, otherwise Merkovic could have made something happen. And now Smeltz playing a bit too much of Tyson Martin. We were about to say there before that chance, McDonald with an incredibly decorated resume from his club career and multiple Socceroos caps. He's looking to impart his wisdom on the Gold Coast Knights setup. We go for another free kick on halfway, and Piddock wondering what that one was for as Lazem still on the ground. See if we can catch that one on the replay here. And like Lazem might have just been tripped up a little bit. Maybe copped a knock on one of the legs. Lazem can't find a way through O'Brien, who's been solid and not afraid of a challenge, nor has Lazem, who Those two battling now, and O'Brien is going to get a yellow card there, and I believe it was O'Brien. I just have to confirm that one. And Piddock just getting an explanation. To put the ball in the box, but first he's got to get by Wahab and gets the ball through it. Scaroni's there to deal with it. Lazem, he's been a menace for United all first half, and that one gets deflected behind. Headed clear by Thompson. Walker getting the ball back. Good forward for Muradovic, and he's got Walker out wide. Brown making a run through the middle. Max Brown, there's the breakthrough. Gold Coast Knights strike first in the derby, and it's Max Brown with the header. A beautiful ball here, and it was all started with the pass out wide from Muradovic. Brown making the run, able to split the difference between the two defenders, and not a whole lot Riley could do about that one. Max Brown.
For Knights, number 10, Max Brown.
And there's the breakthrough, and a huge goal, just in the context of the game, but possibly of the season for these two clubs. Knights now, if they can lean on the league's stingiest defence, or they might try and go on the attack first, as Brown had got the ball back, but couldn't get by Scaroni. Still alive here for Knights, and Brown has made another run. He's a target for that one. Wahab actually getting it back and playing it off Walker. Nice, beautiful delivery from Walker to pick out Brown, who'd made the run, and this is his 34th goal for Knights in the NPL. And if my numbers are correct, since Knights got promoted to the National Premier League in 2019, Max Brown has only missed 3 games in the league for the club. Chested down by Merkovic. And now he'll take on the left foot strike, and it's not causing too much trouble for Riley. So if you add it up since joining Gold Coast Knights, the likes of Langdon, Walker, Brown and Schmidt have all had over 100 appearances, but just in the league, when you talk about mainstays, Brown has missed 1 game before this season in the league, and he's only missed 2 this year as well, so certainly an ever-present option for the club. Now United trying to find a way back, and something that many clubs have been finding it tough to do against Knights this season. Just 17 goals conceded. Three of which came in a wild first match victory at Lions, 6-3 from memory. Pretty sure Simon Smale lost his voice doing that game. And so many goals to call. Koloski down in front. That stop from Koloski. Like it sent one of the Knights players for a slide there, and it's going to be a handball given there as a bit of a flashpoint as Golding fell on the ball, and it's going to be a free kick, but an indirect one at that. So Lazem just moving it on. Martin he'll look for that long diagonal once again. And Schmidt, he turned provider and get it away by Scaroni. Now it falls for Schmidt, and for a second there he was going to wind up and have another crack, but instead crossed it in, which United were able to deal with. And Dern, and the one option in front of him is Ludwig won the ball back legally, apparently. And Schmidt. Inside, Janiel. Scaroni back under control for United, but another long ball trying to pick out Dern. Smells he'll take on the shot from range for a second there. It looks like he was thinking about it. O'Brien now for Dern, and he was expecting Koloski to keep the run going. And Radovic is possessed by Golding, and Mackay tries to thread the needle through for Smelts. And Panetta almost getting to it, but it's calm at the back. Just play that one into the United bench, and that will end a physical, intense first half here at Coppock Family Sports Park. Max Brown gave us a breakthrough 4 minutes from half-time as Knights lead the 9th Gold Coast Derby 1-0. We'll be back with the second half on FQTV after these messages.
The main purpose of the Winterfest Carnival is to allow players to express themselves through the four core skills within the skill acquisition phase. It's fantastic to see the looks on the players' faces, both boys and girls, over the past 3 days, playing without fear, being expressive in good footballing moments. It's been fantastic to create this environment for young boys and girls.
Yeah, it's a touch with the front foot, and what's always been protected? Yeah, your body's protected it.
The main benefits for our regional FQ Academy programs is an opportunity to play against players outside of their regions. You know, so you're playing against some clubs like Gold Coast United, Brisbane Strikers, Lions, Brisbane City. So it's a whole new learning experience for the player, and of course for the coaches that do fantastic work in those regional FQ programs. At the minute, the experiences both from players and parents has been absolutely fantastic. There was a moment there during the week where we have seen some of our regional players, actually interact with some of our Southeast Queensland players. So just that environment there, there's possibility of friendships long term. You know, parents from a viewing perspective, all enjoying themselves. You know, I've heard a couple of players actually talking about visiting Australia Zoo, going to the local beaches. So not only is this an important football event for their development, but as a family, you know, it's creating new memories, you know, and fundamentally making our players, our coaches and our parents fall in love with this game.
To the left. Keep on. Off.
So the purpose is another touch point, another contact for players to show their talent in front of lots of coaches. We're really thankful that the parents, the players and the coaches could come down to Ipswich for this week. It's the second carnival that we're hosting. It's another opportunity for players to show their current output on the pitch and also their future potential. They're assessing a range of parameters that we look at. Today they've got an education session as well and some physical testing going on. And all that helps build up a picture of where the players are at, what we might expect from them in the future in terms of future squads, selected squads, elite games, things like the National Youth Championships which are coming up as well. Obviously Queensland's a massive area and we need to make sure that we're giving opportunity to every player, doesn't matter where they come from, boys and girls. What we use is a database that is filled with lots of metrics in terms of on-field performance, physical performance, but we also have that personable touch in terms of knowing what the players like and how they react to different environments and giving them a provision that suits where they're at any given time. Tracking players over a longer period of time so that we're not making judgments off of a short data set but over a longer period of time. It's great to get everyone into one arena so that all the coaches can see them in one hit. It's good for the coaches as well to sort of agree upon what we're looking for. So it's just another tool in our armoury, another lens of our talent ID screening to see the boys and the girls where they're currently at this moment in time and what we might need to look for in the upcoming weeks into term 3 before the selection. Things like the medical screening that we've got going on as well helps with the physical preparation of players. So yeah, again, it's just another step towards a final squad selection. But hopefully players that may not necessarily get into that squad, they benefit from that trajectory anyway.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Welcome back, everybody, to Coplick Family Sports Park in Tallebudgera. It is round 20 of the National Premier League's Queensland, the Gold Coast Derby. Knights leading United 1-0. I'm James Coughlin here in the commentary booth for the sixth last game for both of these clubs in the 2022 NPL Queensland season. And right now, it is advantage Knights. And we are underway for the second half. Just wait for Knights, who are now going left to right on your screen, and so you're choosing to spend your Friday night. Very pleased to have your company here on FQ TV. Eventually off United. So Knights will have the throw in. Max Brown's header off a pinpoint cross from Jaden Walker. And here is the aforementioned Walker, linking up with Brown, although not quite for the same return this time, as beautiful ball through there from Martin as King makes his way into the box off the right foot towards the back post, and how did that one stay out? And on the follow-up, Nick Merkovich puts it over the bar, but I do not know how Gold Coast Knights are not 2-0 up after that. It all started with the pass there from Martin, and King just clipped it over the top there, and not entirely sure how much Riley knew about that one. Bounce, Knights get the ball back, Muradovic not finding a way through Scaroni, but here is King looking to break the game open once again. Muradovic out for Merkovich, and he gets the ball back, tries to knot it out wide for Schmidt. King back for Schmidt, as goes back for Schmidt, but not before the foul is given against Merkovich, formerly of Gold Coast City and Palm Beach, making his 11th appearance of the season. Merkovich battling with Golding. With the sliced pass out that eventually finds its way to Tyson Martin. Again, the goal kick out from Riley is able to find the ground. Could be coming back his way in short order. Schmidt will to bend that one in and try to pick out Brown, but infringement there, and we're going to come back now for the free kick. That one goes over the sideline, and Walker not wanting to waste any time. It looks like in the floodlights we might still have a little bit of precipitation falling, but hopefully not too much, as we've had more than enough rain interruptions this season. And Martin, one of the standouts for the visitors this evening. United trying to find a way back into this match as Golding goes for a run and is able to apply a couple of challenges there and get the crossaway. Fortunos at the back post and tried to nod it back for O'Brien, and eventually Langdon gets across well. Dives on the loose ball before Dern can find his way to it. Panetta provide a spark for United, who really forced Langdon into too much work this evening. It's clipped forward by Walker, and how's that for control by Brown? He'll try and square it, and Berkovic from point blank range cannot get a clean strike away, but can he do it on the follow-up? He cannot. Another chance spurned for Gold Coast Knights. It could be coming back now through King, but a beautiful intervention there by O'Brien. It's not over yet. Shot taken on by Merkovic, and it fizzes wide of Riley's goal. Well, it's all happening down that end here, as we might just get that tackle again by O'Brien. Nick Merkovic playing somewhat out of position as a striker for Scott McDonald this evening, but he's getting in the right position to get some chances. He's just got to bury one, but right now it's back on the defensive for Knights as Wahab tries to make something happen. O'Brien now for Thompson. Woodwick playing for territory there. Woodwick get down, and Panetta with the sliding challenge, half rugby tackle on King. It's one way to try and stop him. Interesting little stat that was given to me by Knights as well. Since the two of them have signed for the club in the mid-season transfer window, they've actually conceded a goal with Max King and Phil Lasm together on the pitch. See how busy Phil Lasm is in defence. It does kind of explain why it's so hard to break any side he's in down. That dates back to his time also with Olympic, where he made 103 appearances. One back well by Dern. Dern is actually making his first start of the season tonight. He's played in 11 games, all of which were off the bench. A couple of solid options for Gray Pittock to call on if he wants to. Most notably, Kai Tapaldo.
Switch it.
Martin out wide for Walker and continuing his run, and at least wins a corner there with that attempted cross which deflects behind off Dern. Thomas Martin, one of many players on the pitch tonight, involved with both Gold Coast clubs that have been involved with the Raw Academy. Radovich has to double clutch on the corner and eventually launches up in the back post. Schmidt with the header, nodded back by Brown and by Ludwig it was, and it's regathered eventually by Riley. Playing forward for Smeltz, who has been toiling away without much in terms of touches tonight. The back three of Knights have proven very hard to break down. We could see something coming here from this long throw in from O'Brien. Roski, Dern, and so Golding there, and Golding did get the head to it, but can only nod it on into the welcoming arms of Langdon. In the last 4 years, Josh Langdon, the numbers I've been able to find, has only missed one game for Knights, and ever present between the sticks. Radovich can only pick out Smeltz there, and he's going to come back now for not only the foul, but I think it is going to be, yes, a yellow card for Austin Ludwig, as he brought down Josh Dern. We'll check out the replay here of Smeltz, and it looked like there was an arm around the young attacker, and that is going to be a yellow card for Ludwig. So one apiece after Paul O'Brien's booking the first half. And I can actually see one of the United subs possibly being made ready, maybe a second one as well. Headed away, and now Knights could look to hit them on the break if pass from Maradovic can stay just a little bit more central than it eventually went. And Wahab thought about the quick throw in, but is that Max King up there again? He's looking to close off the quick option. There's an optimistic shout for handball as Merkovic. Lazem losing out for Mackay, out wide now for Smeltz. He's got a one-on-one with Ludwig in a bit of space, and former All Whites international Smeltz. Inside for O'Brien, beautiful ball through. Can he find Smeltz? He can. King just marshalling him, and ball into the box. Ludwig gets a foot to it. Over it goes Wahab. The bending ball in. Smeltz is going to let that one go out for the corner. He's not. He's going to hook it back in with Panetta and Dern waiting for ultimately no reward now. Merkovic. He can't get by Thompson. Thompson, I think, thought he had the throw in there, but he's going to be given in favour of Knights. And if you are one of those football purists, it would be tweaking you just a little bit, seeing both sides operating with a number 3 in attack. And we will actually have the 2 changes coming on now. We see is Koloski and Dern getting withdrawn, and Paldo making his way on. And Riley Thompson King, the other player to enter the fray. Pretty much like-for-like swaps there with Thompson King and Paldo. And is that another change coming on now for Gold Coast Knights? Well, this time for Gold Coast Knights, it is going to be the end of the shift for Walker. And on in his place will be Luke Beckwith, who's started 9 games this season, primarily in that wide fullback role, as Walker and Schmidt have been rotated through. Beckwith, like the 2 Gold Coast subs, will be pretty much a straight swap. And Merkovic going through the back of Thompson, and centre back for United, still good to go. Wide it goes from Panetta, able to pick out Wahab. Goes deep in Knights territory as we've got half an hour remaining here in the Talabudgera Valley. It is Gold Coast Knights 1-0 over Gold Coast United. James Coughlin here in the commentary booth. It's Max Brown with the goal that separates the 2 sides here in the Gold Coast Derby, as try and get one back through a speculative effort from Panetta. Pair of mid-season acquisitions for Gray Piddock. No, he can attack. What can he provide there? And that ball is only able to come off Beckwith. And the throw-in is enough to keep play moving. Over it goes now for Golding. Scaroni all the way back now, and Brown looking to put the pressure on, and Radovic over there as well. Forward it goes. Golding fire that one off the midsection of King. After trying to steal a few extra metres, the throw-in gets moved back to the United side of halfway. Scaroni moving now for Mackay. Clipped forward and eventually, well, temporarily won back, and then on the first time volley it was to Paldo. He had the space for the shot, but decided to fire at will. Seems like for the time being, Knights more than happy to trust what has been the best defence in the National Premier Leagues. As you might have just heard there by RFX mic, picked up by someone in the crowd. That was offside against Tapaldo. And the substitution for Knights coming off is Matt Schmidt. And he will be replaced by number 17, Will Peck, which looks like it might spark a little bit of a formation or a little bit of a personnel switch around for Knights. Beckwith making his way over to that left flank. Martin will be deployed in a right wing-back role, but more importantly, Lazem still there in the middle and trying to play it forward to unleash Muratovic. There's the former Knights man Tapaldo forward for Wahab, and Martin, did he deflect it back off the United player? And he had done. It was probably more luck than anything there from Tyson Martin, but he's there in position to make the block, and fortune favours the brave. Thinks better of another long ball, and instead we'll send it back for Riley and give United a chance to build up from the back. 22 minutes of normal time remaining. And the Gold Coast derby. Knights look like they're on their way for a 6th win from 9 matches in this rivalry, and off his line well was Langdon. So just sends that one over the fence. Over comes O'Brien to possibly another long throw. You can see some of the centre backs making their way forward. Golding has positioned himself in the vicinity of where that's probably going to land. And it goes, and actually a bit too much mustard on that one. O'Brien and Knights are able to clear their line. The long throw in this time does reach the target of Golding, and Lazem just sends that one up into the night sky. Thompson with the header. And it goes now Beckwith, trying to unleash Murkovic, and it's going to be a bit of a foot race, and Murkovic can only play it off Scaroni. Vukovic just happy to hold that one in the corner, and eventually the free kick goes against the United attacker, the Knights attacker, I beg your pardon. Over goes Riley to take the free kick. The Knights bench wanting that free kick taken back where the foul occurred, and judging by the umbrellas and whatnot and other protective equipment going up on the sideline, looks like the rain might be back once again. Possibly a few people going to watch the conclusion of this match from their car. It's good to see all those people out at the grounds either way. And that one came off to Paldo and via Langdon. That's actually going to be a corner now for United, thanks to the press there of Kai Tapaldo. We'll check that replay out as a header back from Martin. Didn't quite make it all the way back in, and actually just looks like Langdon might have been caught out with a bit of a loose touch. So, opportunity now for United from a corner. And O'Brien get this delivery on the money. In it goes towards the near post, headed away, Ludwig. And Scaroni just deflecting that one back, and Vukovic putting the pressure on, sees off the challenge of Wahab. He's just got Thompson, and Wahab recovers well. The young defender does a really good job there, getting it to Thompson, and just a bit too heavy of a touch from Blake Thompson. Throw in now going to the middle of the pitch for Brown, and eventually it falls for Thompson King. But a loose pass, and over the sideline it goes. 20 minutes for United to find a response. 20 minutes for Knights to possibly end their rivals' finals hopes. Throw in from Langdon out wide to attack that far touchline, but the switch could be on here now with Martin making the run, and Martin unleashing Brown. He's got the space for the cross, but tracking back well was Mackay. It's already happy to bleed a few extra seconds off the clock. As Maradovic just saunters over to the corner.
You see the Lions got on goalkeeper with the
Just drilled away before it can cause too much drama for United. However, they may have to deal with a return ball, although that pass wasn't cleanly hit by Lazem. But it could still work out well with Janiel and now King. The touch is a little bit loose all over the pitch tonight. Paldo sliding it through, and how's this? In a little bit of space. Shane Smelts off the bar, so close to the equalizer. Shane Smelts, seemingly out of nowhere, finally found himself in a bit of space. He came so close to giving United a much-needed equaliser. Now the corner has been taken quickly. And That's not the way Smelts will be hoping to go. Actually, can get the pass off to O'Brien, and he can, at the very least, set up for another long throw-in as he eschews his tall timber forward. There's plenty of air under that one. O'Brien, back it goes, and drills forward, and the improvised finisher could fall now for Smelts at the back post. The big game player levels proceedings in the derby with a quarter of an hour to go. Shane Smelts. It was all a little bit messy, but some quick thinking there. Got the ball out to Smelts, and we know how lethal he can be from that range. Oh, 15 minutes to go. Gold Coast United have the equaliser. His 10th goal of the season, Smelts. And boy, unless you read his birth certificate, you wouldn't know he's 40 years old. And are we going to have a stoppage now for another substitution? And coming off will be Merkovic for the Italian, Pasquale Haki De Vita. And Scott McDonald says, let's go win this game. How much does that change the complexion of things right now? United still need another goal to keep pace in the race for the top four. Johnson with the commanding header, but now he's got to get back in position and go on the defensive.
Goal scorer, number 19 for Gold Coast United, Shane Smelts.
Ball gets pushed forward. Brown keeping it in. Muratovic. And there's an option out wide. De Vita, he's in the box. Beckwith, can he find him? He'll go for the run and try and get it by. And almost a shot there. And did that go out as well? The Knights bench are adamant that Riley, in his efforts to catch that ball, took himself and it over the sideline. Over the byline. I think they should have a corner, but pressing now by Beckwith, wins the ball back in a fairly agricultural pullback there from Golding. Earns the yellow card. Not that referee Troy Perry needed the screaming from the Knights player, suggesting that Golding had just earned himself a yellow card. This is going to be Golding's 5th of the season. Minutes of normal time remaining. Gray Piddick. I'm sure his keeper is aware that even from this distance and angle, a shot is possible, and it's lobbed up towards the back post. Ludwig keeps it in there, and a huge header made by, was that Mackay? He's one of the Knights players who would have otherwise had just about an open net to target Beckwith. It's one away, and here is Will Peck on dispossessed. Now Smelts looking to turn provider. Out wide it goes. Thompson King there for the cutback at the back post. Wide open. Kai Tapaldo back to haunt his former club. It is 2-1 Gold Coast United. A massive turnaround in 4 minutes. And their finals hopes are still alive. How's that for a ball to the back post? And Tapaldo just had to stand there and direct it into the back of the net. A massive goal to keep Gold Coast United's finals hopes alive. And a super sub for Gray Piddick. His first goal back for Gold Coast United this season. And the bench is working wonders now for the home side. Smelts in here as he started that move that won it back. Here's Panetta. Lazem looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock now, and that could be something McDonald is going to have to address sooner rather than later, because his work rate is hard to replace. Phil Lazem is DeVita losing out to O'Brien. This goes in, claimed by Riley. The only other options on the bench, Braden Spink and Daniel Dragicevic. Knights now not looking to waste too much time as they try and get themselves back into the match. A draw would not be the worst result for Knights. And Martin, clipped there by Wahab, and Wahab kicking the ball away, and he's going to earn himself a needless yellow card. Third United player into the book now. Defended by Thompson King. And the hurry up now being given for Riley. How quickly things can change. 7 minutes ago, it was Knights happy to take time off the clock. Now they're with a little bit more of a spring in their step as they try and find their way back into the match. Let's see, 2 more substitutes being made ready for United as they try and see this match out. Eventually finds its way to King with the advantage. Out it goes, Lazem. He looks like he's moving fairly freely. DeVita! And that one looked like it had Riley nervous. And we do have the subs taking place now. We have subs taking place or not. It's actually just the referee signalling for the ball. Or the spare ball from halfway. And Smelts left a little something in there, and they come back as well as the advantage continues for the visitors as Martin goes for a run, and could fall now for Brown as he's barreled over, but legally so, and Golding just shrugs off Lazem. And Golding, he'll take the shot on from range, but can't get the power on it, and it's comfortably caught there by Langdon, who was off his line. Cross in, dealt with by Thompson and O'Brien. Now DeVita, he's dangerous from just about any range, and Wins this one back. DeVita! Oh my goodness! Pasquale DeVita levels proceedings with 5 minutes to go. And how about that for the strike? He's already had a couple of range finders and saw the angle and bent it into the far post. Oh, 2-2, and well, this derby has come to life in the last 10 minutes. Coming off, we can also see now for United, Nick Panetta. And what a strike from DeVita. Oh, do we have more late drama coming your way? Michael Lee has made his way on for Gold Coast United in place of Panetta. Searching ball is unable to find Brown. And right now, 4 minutes to go. Will we have a winner? If so, who? Feels like it's evenly poised now with 4 minutes of normal time, plus whatever stoppages get added on. Could be in for another 3 or 4 minutes beyond that. We've seen some excellent play for the goals here. Gets put forward, Muradovic. Sends it in there and tracking back. Well was O'Brien. Good work there by Tapaldo as Ludwig making sure he wins the ball back. Brown out wide now for Lazem. Keeping it going out to Beckwith. Beckwith will put the ball in, but just a little bit too tall there for Muradovic and company. DeVita, who scored 14 goals in his time with South West Queensland Thunder, adds his 5th for the 2022 season. Goes Smelts. And determined work by Lee, wins the ball back. Golding, and if he can get around King, he may find a delivery into the box or one into the fence behind Langdon's goal. And are we going to have another substitution now? Using the powers of deduction, Hunter Ruddy is making his way on in 12. And coming off is Smelts, who's had a little bit of limited impact through 75 minutes and then really announced himself onto the stage. Ruddy did score in United's lone derby win. But, as it stands, a draw would be a much more favourable result for Gold Coast Knights. It would keep a 5-point deficit between the two on the ladder. There's a substitute, Rutty. And he gets pulled back there, and that is going to possibly All right, he's only going to be a free kick there as Beckwith tries to argue his case. I'm not sure what he would be arguing, but well, he's trying something. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. Can United unlock Knights for a third time tonight? Third time in a quarter of an hour, actually. Thompson. Can find the right delivery. It's a driving ball that is met by Lazem. Wahab forced to go back and didn't strike the arm of Lee, but not sure if that would have constituted a handball under the current laws of the game. Wahab. He'll drill it forward and almost met there by Tapaldo. Will anyone step up? We're into stoppage time. Knights steaming forward. They'd love all 3 points. Move them up to third place a bit temporarily on the ladder. Peck, the cross in, and Lazem almost getting to it before Wahab just drills it away and looking for the safety of the Knights half. Ludwig now looking to send the ball back. Brown, he's got a bit of space here to measure his cross and get it towards the near post. Falls now for Peck, the Englishman. Brown with the delivery once again, and down goes DeVita, and he's always looking for contact, DeVita.
He's given the foul the other way.
Entirely sure if DeVita was looking for the ball, and that was a solid impact either way. Safely say I have no intention of colliding with any of the Gold Coast United defenders. Someone gets sent forward, and Rutty now brought under control by Tapaldo, trying to get it to Thompson King. Now it's United's turn to try and find a winner. Wahab, and here's Wahab. He's got space, he's got targets in the middle. Can he find them? A diving header by Ludwig repels that attack from the home side. Battling in midfield. DeVita just does enough to hold on to possession. That ball a long way behind Beckwith. Ruddy opted not to pursue it. Ludwig for the dagger to Gold Coast United. Ludwig and teammates. DeVita. Can he weave a bit more magic? Instead, it's picked off there by Mackay. And that's King going through the back of Rutty. It's a raised arm, and I'm going to come back. We are now approaching the 4th minute of stoppage time here at Coplick Family Sports Park. 2-2 in the Gold Coast Derby. It's round 20 of the NPL. Both of these sides are backing up on short rest midweek. United away to East on Tuesday, and Knights away to Brisbane City. And it's headed away by Janiel. Goes over the sideline, which could open up another long throw-in for O'Brien. He's got targets to aim for. Does he have the time? Will he be afforded it by Mr. Perry? He's very much done a pretty solid job keeping a lid on this game. O'Brien launches it in, trying to find Golding. And eventually it falls now. Thompson King, an awkward strike as Lazem there to mop up. Now the ball comes in, deflected. And a solid collision there by O'Brien. He got the ball and King, and will be eventually taken quickly by Langdon. And that will be all she wrote from the Gold Coast Derby. A 2-2 draw as both sides really went at it in the final quarter of an hour. It was Max Brown opening the scoring in the 41st minute. And then Shane Smeltz found an equaliser in the 75th. Kai Tapaldo hitting on the end of a beautiful cross 4 minutes later to give Gold Coast United the advantage before Pasquale De Vita with a beautiful strike into the far post. And that made it 2-2. This is going to wrap it up from Copley Family Sports Park. I am James Coughlin. Thank you for your company. This has been a production of Double Take Sports for Football Queensland. We'll see you later.